Hello everyone, here we are again with the small porcelain HF quartz clock moving in front of us. Before I begin, yeah, it's raining. There's another clock being tested on the bench, which you can hear ticking. So yeah, it's a bit ASMR in the background. But yeah, in order to work on the movement, I need to get the watch hands off, the clock hands in this case. I need to get the front open. Seems like there's some prying action needed, so let's get prying tool out. I hope I can slip it in between somewhere. Yep, and that's slowly coming out. Definitely could have been easier. But we have progress at least. Okay. Okay. Now the glass, or plexiglass in this case. Now we should be able to. Oh dear. Okay. I was about to say they're pretty stuck, and then they came all off at the same time. Okay, now looks like the whole thing just coming out. Yes. Okay. Let's get the dial into safety too. Now we get to see a bit more of the movement already. So does this click out? Yeah. So. One more clips, it seems. Okay, so as you can see, battery contacts, or like in this case, wire contacts, come off. So that makes it easy to work on. So, let's see. It's interesting how the PCB is really big for the movement, and all the external parts is just a crystal. So, I think it's time. Just 2 little tabs. Holding the cover. Yeah. Let's see if we can get spatula in between while we're lifting the tab. Maybe get the spatula, because yeah, on the side of the coil there's a gap, but yeah, not reaching the spatula in where the tab is. Oh, I see. You have here 2 tabs too. And I don't know if this is holding. Gotta be careful, because Yeah, this removes the whole thing. That's not what I want. Let's gently put that back in there. But we've got progress. Okay. Now, let's fit it like that. That one there. So we have our rotor. Yep, that's our rotor. Now, can I get... So there's no real way for me to get there. So it's just going to be oiling it the best way I can, because the thing is, in order to get from here on to get to the other gears, kind of need to. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to desolder the coil. And I don't really want to do that, unless I really have to. The thing is, since it's a quartz movement, most of those gears definitely towards the front are gears that, like, there's not really much power on there. Not much force. So, yeah, just going to oil what I can and see how that goes. So we don't need much oil, but I'm going to, because you can see this, that's where the axles are in. So just doing a little bit of the oil in there. I'm going to gently lift that one out. Give it a lot of oil as well. Putting a little drop that rotor goes. Okay, now let's see. Can we get... Yep, we can go straight in that. So straight in that. Now, this is most important. So, do a bit on here. And while we have this one out, let's see. Yeah, that one goes straight through. So let's do drop that too. Now let's see from the front. Just need to do a bit in between here and some on there. And now I've almost done everything. Now, let's see, can we get this back together? I'm just going to... Oop. So there we go. Okay, that went in much easier than I would have expected. Okay, let's click that back into here. And let's give that a test. Come on, click in. Click in. Okay, so I'll put some Maintance on there, and I'll see you in a few hours once I know if this has improved things or not. So here we are, almost 1 day later, and it kept time, and like if it keeps time reasonably well on 24 hours, you are okay. Reason being that, like, that's when people start to notice, and the story with this clock is that, like, people started to notice this wasn't keeping time, took it to a jewelry store, they broke off this battery contact, and then it got into my possession to repair it. So, yeah, it keeps time. So now let's get into, like, yeah, repairing this. So I have this sheet of copper, which is, if I check, like it's yeah, it's really close thickness wise, so that's what we want. Other than that, what are we going to need to do? Well, first of all, I want to get the contact out of here, so it's riveted in. Going to drill out the rivet, follow the wire, then I can transfer this onto the piece of copper, use a piercing saw to get that shape out, and then yeah, then we're going to nickel plate it. Oh yeah, we need to put the little divot in. That's just on a punch and a staking block. So yeah, let's get started on that. Just going to get the rivet out of camera. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. So, drill the rivet out. Not the cleanest of the results, but yeah, nobody's going to see that. So now I have this and this, and of course it broke off right at the bend. So now we're going to transfer this to the sheet of copper. So let's see how I'm going to position this like so. Let's use that edge. Just using a fine marker to trace it out. Okay. Now Okay. These are just like rough dimensions. Oh, this we want this to be straight eyes also. There we go. So, yep. Let's get this cut out. And then, yeah, I'll see you afterwards. So, here we have a piece made. Now, because I'm going to clean this up before I'm nickel plating this, I'm going to throw it in the rotary tumbler. But before I do that, I need to finish up it completely. So that means I need to put the little, a little nibble on there. So I'm going to punch it with a punch. So that's like basically to come in contact with the battery. So staking block, and then I have one of these punches, and then I probably want something that's like a bit bigger than the hole but not much bigger. Probably that one will do. Now I need to know where, so gotta mark it. It's probably best if I just bend that straight. It's not like that piece is ever going to serve purposes again. So, well, let's take the fine side. And then in the center, yeah, that's what I said. It's not that important to get it exact. However, and I did it backwards because I need to punch on the other side. So let's quickly fix that. Okay, and then, yep, that's the center. Double check, yep. Now the interesting thing about copper is that copper basically work hardens. So that means that like the more you're going to punch it, the harder it's going to get. So let's see how this goes. As you can see, I have a nice, come on, focus on there. I have a nice divot. I'm probably going to go for a bit more. At least try for a bit more. Yeah, there we have it. So that's going to be a nice battery contact. I need to hammer it back a bit, because... Yep, okay. Now, I need to put a bend in there. So... Oh, there goes the old contacts. think the bend is right there, yeah. So let's see, can I do this with a pair of pliers? Or do I need to get it at the unit, or do you need to do it at a vise? Nope. So there we have our bending. So that's battery contact. And I'm wondering, how did they get it in there? Oh yeah, barely gets in there. Now the thing that I found strange is, what's going on with, like, what was the purpose of the divot? Because, oh, I see, the divot was probably not holding, making contact with the battery, but rather like holding the battery in. Oh no, it still makes contact with the battery. Yeah, okay. It seemed a bit odd, but no, it works out. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to drill the hole. Can't forget about the hole. So yeah, going to drill the hole off camera again, and then put this in the rotary tumbler, and then in the next episode of I'm working on this clock, I am going to do the nickel plating, and then mount everything back together. Might have a video in between about nickel plating in general. Don't know about that yet. But yeah, drill the hole, put it in the rotary tumble, and then next episode's nickel plating. So yeah, that was it for the video. Hope to see you in the next one, and thanks for watching, and bye bye.